Camera's pretty dirty. Easy, easy. Okay, it's floating right there. Come back some more. Come back some more. Come back some more. Come on. Hold that boat so it doesn't hit this dock. Hold it straight because it's got to go back on the trailer. Push it over a little bit. There you go, right there. Come on back. Come on back. Okay, so, all right, that's good. Shut the tractor off. All right, so we can see that this engine and this transom of this boat is out of the water pretty good. Let me clean my lens one more time. So at no time there did the water appear to want to go over the back of the boat, all right? And we have a drain plug in it. Now, if you really just splashed it hard or something, I mean, you could get some water over the back because it was about that far when we were at the 22 degree portion of the launch, okay? And that'd be like an intercoastal launch. So this tank, I built it with a 12 degree and a 22 degree so we could simulate launching like that. But right now the boat is floating, is that correct? We're floating. See that? We're floating. Right? The engine is completely out of the water. Hold that boat towards you. All right? And really, it's floating a lot higher than I thought it was going to. So that's good. Now, there's three of us. I weigh about 190. How much you weigh, Kenneth?
210.
210. How much you weigh?
145.
145. Lindy, can you come over here for a second? Do we got a pole to hold this boat?
Maybe in the shop.
Somebody's got to hold the boat. How much do you weigh, honey? About 100. About 100 pounds. 110 maybe on the high side. Okay, there's 210 getting in. Walk to the back. Walk to the very back. Okay, he's all the way in the back. And I'd say we still got at least 10, 11 inches of boat out of the water, right? Okay, now I'm right at 190. Still floating good, barely moved at all. Right? Barely moved at all. You can see that. Okay, let's get another 100 pounds on here. Come on, Lindy.
Video me falling
It's okay. I've stood here before and they're falling in.
And I want you to walk back here, just kind of lean on this motor. It's getting a little crowded back here. There's three of us back here. We got 210, we got me at about 190, and we got Lindy at 100. So how much is that? That's 310, maybe 320 on the high side. And then me, 4 or 5. That's about 500 pounds we got at the back of this boat. Let's see where we're sitting. And we're still out of the water nicely, okay? And we're back here with 500 pounds. We got a fairly full fuel tank, and we got the engine out of the water, so all the weight of the engine is pushing down the back of the boat. Now I'm gonna get out, all right? And Lindy's gonna come out. Okay, and Kenneth, go ahead and trim that motor down. Now that thing's got a lot of power and that boat's floating, so we do not want to load it up because it'll push it and it'll just jack itself off. No, leave that in there. Yeah, because the pickup on the tank is cracked and it's sucking air. Turn the steering wheel straight, please. There you go. All right, start it up. She's purring like a kitten. Can't even hear that thing run. That's a quiet motor. There it is, it's peeing. Now we want to put it under a load, but we can't because it's so deep. I mean, if we put it in reverse, we'll drive it. If that winch isn't on there right, we'll slam into this concrete. We'll have all kind of hell, right? So I tell you what, let's look at the bow stop and let's see if it's okay.
It looks okay. I looked at it.
Is it hooked on properly? It's hooked underneath?
It's underneath.
Okay, but you know, it's older. So let's hold that steering wheel straight because that motor's torquey. And let's put it in gear. That's in gear. Beautiful. It's a good running motor. Okay, now that throttle is touchy as hell. So you be careful, Reed, holding this boat. So give it a little throttle and let's see. I mean, it's touchy. It's got like a spot where it just goes. There we go. Reed, you need to be holding the back of the boat. Come hold the back. Just be careful. Not the very back, but right there. That thing. I'm gonna get wet. Hey, with a little bit more throttle. Watch out. Hey, you can steer that boat and keep it away from him. Don't steer a lot. Quit looking behind you. Hey, 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 hey. Put it neutral. Put it neutral. Put it neutral. Okay. You're scaring the shit out of me, man. You're all nervous over there doing that. You can control the boat and keep it away from here, but if it gets away from you, you're gonna slam the dock or come off the trailer and cause us hell. The good part is that the boat is floating perfectly fine, and all we did was screw that one drain plug in right there. Right there. So if you take that drain plug out, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna go down, down, down. No, we're not gonna take it out. We know it's gonna leak water. The poor people, they had that problem. Okay, so put it neutral. You're not in neutral, Kenneth. I got prop wash back here. There you go. Now it is cable system, so you might have to go past, you don't just click to neutral. It's not a perfect world, it's cable. So just go back a little bit behind neutral. That's gonna be a positive neutral, I call it. Okay, and click it in reverse. There you go, there's reverse. Now, you see that wash right there? Now, if you were to just give it a shit ton of gas, excuse my French, you could wash that water straight up that transom, but it doesn't mean it's gonna come in, it's just gonna go up and be like a fall, and you could get some in. So even at that point, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Okay, neutral. I'm pretty freaking happy with that. Okay, shut it off. I mean, I'm really impressed how high it's sitting. I kind of expected it to sit lower, and maybe that's because of the problem they had, you know? Can you look down in the bottom of that boat and tell me if you see any water coming in that panel under that gas tank? That's my son, Kenneth. He's sick all day. He's suffering a little bit, and I'm kind of being hard on him.
We got like a little like rainwater that's washed up.
So very little, just a little rainwater from the boat being stored outside.
About 8 ounces.
Yeah, so you don't see anything rushing in, no water coming in anywhere, right? Okay, good. Trim the motor up. Now, let's say this motor's had a lot of surgery. And we got a piston and a connecting rod out of another motor. We got an engine block out of another motor, and even one of the main bearings on the crankshaft was damaged, but the bearings in the motor we bought look pretty good. So this thing's been kind of morphed together, but you know, that's okay. I mean, they're made to interchange, but you don't want to take this thing out and just full throttle it all day and just never check on it. You know, you need to run it a little bit. You need to be checking the motor oil on it regularly, especially for about the first 10 hours of operation. Run it a few minutes, shut it off, trim the motor down, take the hood off, check the oil, make sure we don't have any problems, make sure you don't have any fuel leaks or something come loose. We're only human, and it's had a lot of surgery. So you wouldn't want to run a marathon if you just had open heart surgery, and this thing just had open heart and everything else worked on. It's had the power head and the lower unit worked on. So it's critical to look over every bit of it and be, I'm not saying be scared, but be very discerning about it. So when you take it out the first time, you don't take it out, launch, put the family and friends and all your gear and go boat riding. You take it out at the boat launch and you drive it around a little bit just outside the no wake zone. That way, if you do have a failure, you're very close and you can get towed in quickly. Of course, you're going to be upset, but if you have to spend 6, 8, 10 hours being towed, you're going to be a whole lot more upset. So it's called sea trials. So give it some sea trials, some shakedown runs, and you know, just really be cautious and be concerned about everything at this point. Just really get to know the equipment so you don't have any problems. Now, once you take this boat out of the water, you have the bottom drain plug that's underwater right now. That's the one you want to take out. You don't never have to take that top one out unless the boat filled with water. If the boat filled with water and you could get it on plane and get it moving, you could take that other one out and the water would come out if you're moving. But or if you want to wash the deck of the boat off, I mean, you just got it. I don't even know why they have it, because they got a hole in the floor right there. The water's going to run down through there, but if you wash the boat, you could take that one drain plug out and let the water run out there, and that would be fine. So anyway, let's go ahead and pull it out. Reed's going to hold the boat, and we're going to pull it out nice and slow so we can watch how it comes out at the same time.
Watch your bunks not on the left side.
And I don't know who the police officer was that told you some nonsense when you had a problem with this, but I tell you what, tell him come talk to me if he's got something silly to say. That didn't even make sense. He put something in your head that he should have never done, because we can clearly see that this thing is well out of the water. We've put over 500 pounds in the back of it, and we've dropped it on a 22-degree angle into the water. And I mean, so I don't even know what he was thinking. Yes, let's go ahead and come on out.
Thanks, you caught. Yeah, buddy.
Now that's about where it was when it launched.
You caught. You're good.
Gets pretty close, but it's not taking on water. See that?
You sitting all right? You're good.
And there's our drain plug down at the bottom, right there. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go put it in the yard. It's a little bit late today. We got one more customer showing up that's having a problem with his boat. And I'm gonna go over everything and check the oil and levels and everything on it tomorrow. And just make sure that I've covered everything, give it a once over, and it's gonna be good to go. You guys happy with that? It looked okay to y'all, right?
Good.
Okay.
Engine ran like a first time.